my gosh, hi, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about something that has been on my mind, and it just to this morning while I was making lunch came onto the forefront of my mind, and it was like, boom, right here. So, that topic today is going to be the importance of setting actual attainable goals. And in my case, I feel like that hurts my ego, and I've noticed it. So this past week, or past like 3 weeks, but the past 3-4 weeks I've been at the Florence Academy of Art workshop, and I came into the workshop thinking like I thought I would paint a great still life. I thought I would be whipped into shape immediately. My goal, I didn't even have a goal, but like deep down, my vague, like what I wanted, my goal was be amazing, amaze myself. Pretty much, it was like amaze myself, amaze people around me. Yeah, I was pretty delusional, which can be good, but it was so not realistic. As we got working, there were things that I was better at that I was like, oh, okay. But for the most part, I'm very new to painting. And painting a whole still life, learning an entire new technique of doing it with a brand of paints that I've never used before, different textures, consistencies, like all that, threw me for a loop. I was not great. And that really fucked me up for a couple days. Like that damaged me a little bit. I'm not even joking. I cried every day for like 3 days after we did that still life because I couldn't fathom. I was so disappointed in myself. I remember telling my older sister, I was like, I'm just so angry that I thought I could be good and I expected myself to be good. And then it just dawned on me, I was setting myself up to fail. Confidence and feeling competent comes from winning, pretty much. Literally. And when you set yourself up to not win, like the way I did, where I was like going from here and I expected myself to go to here, when you expect that, that's never gonna end out the way you think it is. My goal should have been, I'm gonna show up, I'm going to stay calm, I'm going to put in the 3 hours of time that we have for this block, and then I'm gonna be happy. That's a good goal. For my first like workshop here ever, that would have been a perfectly normal goal. But instead I was like, I gotta be great, I have to make this perfect, I have to finish it by tomorrow, and if I don't get it, if it's not clicking in 5 days, something's wrong. And it was a rabbit hole, and I just went down. It was so stupid now that I'm thinking about it. And I noticed this reinforced the, like what I'm saying in my head, that reinforced it, because I noticed as soon as I wallowed a little bit, I literally wallowed. I was like, okay, so I'm trash, but I'm trash in Italy, so I'm lucky, But I wallowed for a minute, and I was like, just so bad. And I, shed a tear. I talked to my friends in the workshop. God bless them. They literally I couldn't do it without them. I talked to them, I wallowed, and I accepted. In this moment, I accepted the reality. I said, okay, I'm really bad. I'm not doing good mentally. I'm not enjoying how I'm feeling. I'm not enjoying pushing myself way too far. So I sat with that. And once I started setting the goal of, I'm gonna show up today. I'm gonna get a fucking Red Bull. I'm gonna drink that shit. And I'm gonna go make a mark on paper and no expectation. And I went in expecting that to be some sort of flag of defeat, of me going in being like, I'm just gonna show up. I'm just here today. Oh, like I thought that would feel bad. And I think in my head, I wanted that to be some sort of punishment, some reinforcement that I'm lazy and I'm not doing enough and I'm just gonna show up like a bum. But I noticed when I win, my expectations, all that I had, just went out the window because I was so done and I did not want to touch or think about anything. I just showed up and I kind of fucked around. I did work, but I just showed up and worked for the block of time, went home to protect my mental health. But once I started doing that, I was a little bit shocked that I felt more confident. I felt like I had won a little bit for the day. And then that got me thinking. I started thinking, maybe I should do that with everything. And then I got thinking about running, because I love running. I used to run a lot, and I really miss it. And it got me thinking about, like, when I would just let go and say, I'm going to show up, I'm going to run 30 minutes and then go home. It took so much weight off, and I forgot about that. I had to train myself to think that way when I ran, and then that's what actually got me going farther for longer. So it's the same thing. It's all connected. It's all connected. No, I don't know what I'm saying. But it might be a blow to your ego. This is me telling me this, by the way. It might be a blow to my ego. It might be embarrassing to tell myself, I'm just gonna show up today. I'm just gonna put in a couple hours and go home. But that is literally how you start building the confidence to set a higher goal, and then you win that, and then a higher goal, and you win that. You become more and more competent, more and more confident. And it's like, duh, I feel stupid for not seeing that earlier. But I think that's the main thing that's like jumped out at me this week, which I wanted to yap about because, whoa. Anyway, tomorrow I go back to class, and then I have one more week. Then I go back home. I go back home. No, I go to Rome actually, and then I go back home. I'm concerned about Rome because I heard there are a lot of pickpockets, so I don't want to get pickpocketed. But it's okay. I have €5 cash. What are they gonna do? I dare them to try. Anyway, bye.